Hey guys, Death Night of Anime here, bringing you the manga chapter review for chapter 860, and it was another setup chapter, but it got into it was basically introducing us all the big players, the big dogs that are going to be at the wedding, and but yeah. The first chunk of the chapter was basically Jim base saying one final goodbye to every one of his crewmates, because he disbanded his crew. He's disbanded his old fisherman pirate crew at this point, and he basically cemented for himself that it doesn't matter if he lives or dies in this encounter with Big Mom. He's officially cemented himself as a member of the Straw Hat crew, and he's willing to do anything at all possible in order to make it happen. Anything at all possible in order to support Luffy throughout his endeavors from this point on. So, and I can see many people kind of being split on this one, because in a way I can see people overreacting by saying that, oh, he's giving up his freedom. No, he's not. Well, to me, he's not. He's giving himself to a greater cause. Because here's the thing, people are forgetting this. The Straw Hats are a crew of dreamers. They're all in it. They're all in Luffy's crew in order to fulfill their own dreams. And with Jinbei as part of the crew, he gets to fulfill. I'm sure he'll get to fulfill his dream of one day seeing fishmen and humanity live side by side without any of the slavery or the discrimination bullshit. And that's one thing that I think really cemented Jinbei's character in him disbanding his crew and choosing to become a Straw Hat, is that he's willing to support Luffy because he knows that Luffy can actually help him achieve his dream. A dream he's long since buried since the old days, but now has been rejuvenated thanks to Luffy, and even though it wasn't the best arc, I think this was kind of alluding. That was basically reinforced in the Fishman Island arc. It may not have been the greatest arc, but that was something that was reinforced way back in Fishman Island, and I love that. Also, we actually learned. It was through Jinbei's whole farewell to his crew that we actually learned something interesting about Big Mom's little roulette wheel, which is apparently Jinbei was not just going to be the only one paying the price. Basically, it didn't matter what exactly he landed on, whether he lost an arm, a leg, or whatever. He would have still lost his entire fucking crew. And the interesting thing about that is that it basically means that, in a way, this is almost, it's kind of like a forced subjugation thing, in a way, because if you think about it, the moment that if for instance Jinbei rolled and his entire crew was wiped out after, that would mean that Big Mom basically is forcing Jinbei in order to say, look, all your crewmates are dead. Now you're mine permanently, or something like that. I was probably doing too cartoony on that one, but yeah, it basically meant that if Jinbei's entire crew died, Big Mom was basically forcing his hand and forcing him to remain as a member of his crew, just in a way. But even then, I doubt Jinbei would really even go peacefully with that. I think he just kind of avenged the death of all his fellow crewmates, and that would kind of even motivate him to join Luffy even more, I think. But yeah, the first chunk of this chapter, it was definitely given some good characterization to Jinbei, and just how devoted to both his cause and how indebted he feels he is into Luffy, and that I just love that good chunk of the chapter. After that little goodbye, we definitely get introduced to we get introduced to all the big dogs of the underworld. And a lot of them are pretty cool looking. Like Oda's designs on all these guys were amazing. One character that one character that really stood out to me out of now most of them were great characters, of course, but the one that stood out to me was Surly or something. I think it was the Princess of the Pleasure Quarter or something like that, and it's kind of funny because like the first thing I thought of when I heard she was like the Princess of the Pleasure Quarter or something like that is holy shit, she's basically like a brothel owner or something like that. I'm I mean that's probably like Oda does good at keeping his innuendo. At Oda is good at sometimes with like Oda's good at both being subtle and not so subtle with his innuendos, and I think with Oda with him being introducing that surly character as Princess of the Pleasure Quarter, I think he's basically hinting or hinting subtly at the fact that she's basically a brothel owner or a prostitute or just a brothel owner in general. I thought that was kind of interesting in a way and funny. Um, but yeah, another thing. But aside from that, the one thing to note there is I think it was it was the can I think what was it the candy elevator or something like that, or just the what was I have it here. Yeah, the candy escalator. Now we now the one can I want to talk about that candy escalator for a second. We basically all know that Oda has a very distinct way of foreshadowing shit. And I could be, I mean, right now, my whole biggest theory right now is that the candy escalator is going to play a big role in basically in the way in the way that the Straw Hats are going to make their escape because like are going to make their escape because I don't think because like that candy escalator right now, it seems like the one and only way that the Strouts are going to be able to escape from Elvis after they rescue Sanji and after they I guess after they finally blindside Big Mom with those gas rocket launchers. Like I imagine how it's going to go down right now is that once the gas rocket launchers are off, then the then the straws are gonna book it out of there. Like the moment those gas rocket launchers hit Big Mom, they're gonna book it out of there, and I'm probably gonna escape it through down that candy escalator thing. I imagine. Also, let's talk about Also, I want to talk about I forgot to mention this, but also quick note. I want to mention this. People have been kind of saying that that I've been seeing a few theories around that the Capone is going to be using those other two gas rocket launchers as a way to take out the Straw Hats, and I kind of agree to that. I kind of agree on that theory, except for one thing. I think with basically with all these big players, all these big time gangsters and dealers and whatnot at the wedding. I think eliminating the Straw Hats is going to be the lowest point on Capone's list of people to eliminate. I think he's more just here to take out Big Mom and basically and take out all those all those big all the big timers at the wedding. Only Big Mom and I think Big Mom and all those big timers at the wedding are going to be her main goal. I think the Straw Hats are at the bottom of his list, while all Big Mom and all those big time dealers and mobsters and gangsters and whatnot are at the top of his list in order to eliminate. Because we know Capone, we know what he's like, and he hates competition. He hates having to deal with competition. And while Luffy is competition for Pirate King, I think that right now he's Big Mom and all those other players at the black market and the underworld as even bigger as the bigger competition because we can't forget he is a gangster. He more than likely does have a handle in the black market, and he just wants to make sure he's the one who comes out on top. So I think what I'm getting at here is that he's going to leave elimination of Luffy for probably another time, or or if he does want to eliminate Luffy, it's just gonna be one of those things where, I take out Luffy, whatever, as long as I take out all the other guys, kind of thing. But yeah, that's my whole thought on it. Thought on that. Also, we get also one final thing to note is we get introduced to the the final commander of Big Mom's crew, who's called Dogtooth Charlotte, and right off the bat, the guy looks like a straight some kind of metal punk biker crow, or his design is kind of like a metal punk or crow type deal, and we also learned that his strength is observation hockey, and just from the way he was flinging jelly beans apparently in order to kill that guy, in order to kill that I guess unwelcome guest. I guess I think he's going to be an I could be wrong, but I think he's going to be an Usopp opponent because we learned that we learned from him that his observation hockey is amazing. He's basically got near the same level of he's got near the same level of hockey manipulation as someone like Usopp or Yasopp, even actually. Yasopp probably more closer. So yeah, I think he's being set up as sort of an obstacle for Usopp to face, because he is a sniper. He does seem like the sniper type in the way that he was flinging those jelly beans and killing that dude with just jelly beans, mind you. It's goofy, but again, he does seem to have a sniper mentality in a way. So now, I don't think Usopp is going to necessarily defeat him, but I think he is being presented as an obstacle for the Straughts to overcome, and in a way, I think Usopp is the only one who can overcome Dogtooth. In a way, he's going to be set up as the only one who can at least who can blindside Dogtooth and help in their escape. I'm fairly certain that that's basically how Dogtooth is being set up right now. But and of course the end of the chapter in which the wedding has finally started. Like everything is going to start going to shit next chapter. I imagine so, and it's just going to be interesting to see how everything is going to be executed. I mean, yeah, like I can't wait to see exactly what Oda has planned. But yeah, guys, that's my review of One Piece chapter 860. An awesome chapter, actually, pretty much. An awesome chapter with introducing us amazingly designed characters and even possibly a few things that right now I assume Oda is foreshadowing at. So yeah, guys, that's my review. Death Knight of Anime signing off. If you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and that's it. Death Knight of Anime signing off, guys. Bye.